Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make fresh Pappardelle pasta. You'll need some flour. Now double alt flour is best for making pasta, but if you don't have that, you can certainly use all-purpose flour. You'll need 3 whole eggs, 2 egg yolks, salt, and olive oil. We're also going to be using a food processor to make the dough, which is easier than the traditional well method. It's easier, it's less messy, and with less effort. Start by adding your flour to the food processor, along with the salt, your eggs, and olive oil. You'll want to pulse this until a ball of dough forms. If you find that it's still a little too wet and too sticky, add a little flour at a time. Continue to pulse until a ball of dough forms like this that's lightly tacky. Flour your work surface. Place your ball of dough in the middle of that. Add some flour to your dough and start to knead this. You'll want to knead this for about 3 to 5 minutes, folding it over with each knead. Now you're trying to use just the palm of your hand. If you tend to use your fingers on that outside edge, it tends to tear the pasta. Once you have it kneaded and it's smooth and it looks a little something like this here, wrap tightly with plastic wrap, or you can even use a bowl to do this and let it rest 30 minutes to an hour. After that, unwrap, cut into quarters, and work with 1 quarter at a time, covering the other 3 with plastic wrap to keep it from drying out. Then just flatten it out with your hand, flour both sides, and run it through the thickest setting of your pasta machine several times. If you don't have a pasta machine, you can certainly use a rolling pin. Reflour both sides, fold over, and then continue to go down 1 setting at a time until you get to about the 3rd setting from the bottom. Pappardelle pasta is not as thin as regular pasta, so you want to leave it thick. Then just lay it out, flour it up on both sides, and continue to fold it over until you get something that looks like this. Take a sharp knife and cut your strips about 1 inch wide all the way down the pasta. Then fluff it up with a little flour to keep it from drying out, cover, and let it rest for 30 minutes. Now, I'm not making my own bolognese sauce today. This pasta goes great with that, but instead, I got my bolognese sauce from a local restaurant here in Plano, Texas. He makes his own food. It tastes great, and he was nice enough to provide this to me today. So if you're ever in Plano, Texas, be sure to check out this restaurant. You will not be sorry. All right, in a large stock pot, add 6 quarts of water, and you want to bring this to a full boil. A word about salt. I'm using kosher salt. If you're using table salt, use half this much. Now, it may look like a lot of salt, but fresh pasta doesn't take as long to cook, and it's not in that water to absorb all that salt flavor, so you really want to heavily salt your water. Now, when your water comes to a boil, add your salt. Wait till it returns to a boil, and then add your pasta. Now, this is only going to take 2 to 3 minutes to cook. When it's done, take it out, plate it up, do not rinse. You want that starchy pasta water because that's what marries the pasta to the sauce. Then just cover it in your bolognese sauce, garnish with a little Parm cheese and chopped basil, and enjoy a delicious bowl of pasta. Thanks so much for stopping by. Leave a comment. I'll answer every one of you. But till next time, bye-bye, y'all.